but not with the shits, no shifty shit. We ride with this stick, this shit get lit. Need five.
All right, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got an awesome install. This product is a game changer, at least in my opinion. The light up door handles from Boost Auto Parts. They sent them out to me. One of the first people to have them. So hopefully I can get a video out. It looks like they're not crazy complicated, but there is definitely a lot of wiring. I got to take all the door panels off, the center pillar in between the seats. So we're going to get right into it. I'm going to link everything in the description. They have a full video that I'm actually going to be watching to do it, so I make sure I do it right. I'm going to do some time lapsing and maybe talk in between a little bit. Nothing crazy, and I'll show you the result at the end. I think it's going to look awesome. I have their cab lights. I have their Loomis steps. I have their mirror lenses. I have everything through Boost Auto Parts. Their products are hands down the best lighting in the game. If you buy anything else, you're stupid. I'm sorry. But let's get right into it. All right, I'm going to show you. These are the front door handles. It comes with everything in the kit. Your front door handles. I got the chrome ones. You can get these painted too. Or I think I have the switchback ones. You can get them amber too if you want. But everything's there. All your wiring, everything. And then here's the rear ones. You have the unlock buttons on them too. Everything. But yeah, so let's get right into it. All right, as you can see, I got the door panel off. It actually was easier than what I thought. I just couldn't do it. I needed to put the camera down, but that's easy. So now let's start. I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch the video, but I know there's a bunch of. I gotta pull all this stuff back, and then in this harness right here, I gotta loop. All my wiring's got to go through this harness, your main harness here, which should be fun. Then I gotta disconnect, or not disconnect, rip all this bottom trim off because that's how the wires are gonna run to the back door. So yeah, I'm gonna start ripping stuff apart, and then I'll pick you guys back up once I get a little further. All right, little update. Obviously, got the door panel off. There's a black like cover here. Take that off. 7mm, pop your speaker out. One wire on your speaker. And then up here, if you have I think they call it passive door, like the buttons, you got to disconnect this connector up here. That hooks to the door handle. Okay. This is how you access your door handle with a T20. You want to pull it back a little bit, loosen that bolt up. Be very careful. Should pop out real easy. Take your time with it. And then there's another piece here that just pops off. You want to keep this gasket here though. All right. All right, we're on the back door. Same steps as the front door. Only thing I would do is the plastic piece that's right here. You see where the like silicone is, or I don't know, some type of sealant. Just be careful ripping that off. I ripped mine pretty bad, but just take your time with it, especially if you have a truck that has some miles on it. Mine's got like 60,000 miles on it. All right, just take your time with that. All right, so far, the worst part of everything so far is actually, and a buddy told me this will be the worst part, is actually trying to get the door handles to sit right. So I'm still messing with it. I got both of them on, but I can't get this piece to latch on right through the little hole, the T20 or T25, I forget exactly what it is. But yeah, so far that's the worst part. I'm gonna keep messing with it. I'm trying not to get frustrated with it. So I'm gonna take a little break, and I'll be back. All right, got all the door handles on, front and back. They're not wired in yet, but it's definitely not easy to mess with these door handles, especially if you don't know what you're doing. I had no clue what I was really doing. All right, and they don't really explain it too well in the video. They make it look very simple. It's really not that simple. If you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna break stuff. So luckily, I have a buddy that has messed with these trucks a lot in the body shop he works, and he literally came over and popped them in probably, like, I don't know, 15 minutes. So yeah, I would watch some videos on how to install these the correct way, because you have to go in here, the T20, and you have to adjust them. You have to make sure that the piece in there is actually lined up perfect to get on the seat right. It's not as easy as what they show in the video. That's the only thing so far that I would say. Make sure you watch some videos on how to install these, or you're going to break them or break things, and it's going to cost you a lot of money. So, but we're going to keep going. All right, guys, it's the next day. Doing all the wiring now. Definitely a lot. Okay. I got everything ran for at least for this door panel through. You got to route everything on this. There's a wiring harness down around this track. And then in here, I don't know if I can show you. Let me flip the camera. There's a black bar back there. It's like where the window track is. You have to go behind that. Okay. Spin it back. And then mount. They have these little grommets. Okay. Then you plug it back in. Now, it's definitely time consuming. Okay. If you, how can I say it? If you're kind of like me and you get pretty frustrated pretty quick, I don't know if this is for you or pay somebody to do it. And now I got to run the wire to the back door, have all this out, window track. So now I have to feed the wires up through here where the harness was here, through this, right here, back, and do the same thing with around this door. And I have to do the exact same thing on the other side. And this other side took me a very long time, but it should go quicker now since I kind of know what I'm doing now. Everything up here, so you got to tie everything in like it looks like a rat's nest. And I had Luma steps on here before, so I have other things that are tapped in there. This is going to be fun trying to get all this organized, and then I have to run 2 wires off of this box on that side to do those 2. It's going to be a lot of cleanup, but I'll catch up with you guys when I finish up. I'm taking my time because I want to do it right the first time. They definitely make it pretty easy looking on the video, but they also do it every day, so it's going to take you a while. Take your time with this. This is not something that you just run through real quick. I can see a lot of younger guys, or I don't know, say younger guys, but a lot of guys that are just going to try to rush through it, and then it's going to turn out to be a nightmare for them. So I'm going to run everything. I'm not going to put the door panels on. I'm going to make sure everything works. Hopefully it doesn't throw a bunch of codes or whatever, but we'll see. And then I'll get back to you guys here in a little bit. All right, backside's done. Got my wires ran through the door panel, or the seal channel up here, through the rubber, all the way down, and then you want to run it down through your harness, all the way behind this metal track here. This is where the window goes. Sorry for the tractor. Then behind this plastic window track behind it, and plug it back in. All right, so I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side, and yeah, here we go. All right, boys, we got it all done. I'm going to show you the features. Okay, everything's synced together. Everything turns, cab lights, everything, handles. All right, let's check out the other side. There it is. Door handles, everything. Everything's synced together. Dude, that shit is sick. Alright, I'll get some more clips here in a little bit. There's your four ways.